What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Morley Moore hitting you with another video, and as the title suggests, I think that I've come to the point where I'm finally ready to trim down the collection.
Nobody pray for me. It been that day for me. Yeah.
It was tough, don't get me wrong. Here's some background, right? Obviously, you see my unboxing videos. If you follow me on the gram, I constantly cop kicks or what have you. I have a ton. No shortage of options here. And I think I finally come to the point where I'm not really utilizing my sneakers the way that I used to. I have a full-time job. I got an hour commute. So I don't really have the time to wear and enjoy my sneakers like I did when I was in college and stuff like that. And ultimately at this point, I think that I would rather sell them, reinvest that money into something that's going to provide value and more memories, i.e., my family, whether that be trips or some remodeling that I want to do in my home, things of that nature. So at this point, I feel like I can let go a good amount. So it's going to be a process, right? So that's kind of the purpose of this video here, is I want to document really what it takes to unload a collection. I'm not selling the entire collection, all right? So we'll just end that theory right there, all right? I'm not going down to zero or some manageable number, based off other people's, logic and theories and things like that. I'm still maintaining my Kyrie collection, which is pretty extensive. I'm still maintaining my Curry collection, again, extensive. My Kobe, majority of my J's, things like that. But I've got doubles and in some cases triples, maybe even quadruples of some pairs that, I hoarded for a while. Let's see, I got pairs that I like that I just never ever wore, and I've had them for years and it doesn't look like they're going to get much wear. So why hold on to something like that? Let me get rid of it. It's not an essential piece to my collection. It doesn't have any sort of special intrinsic value. So from that standpoint, it's got to go. So basically what this is, I'm going to take you on that journey. All right. I started to compile a list, and I'll show you here, of just things that I want to sell. So it's in my Excel spreadsheet. I'm doing the majority of my selling either through StockX, which you could see I've already started the process, and Urban Necessities. So shout out to 2J's Kicks, shout out to Joni, Urban Necessities. I'm going to be heading into New York at some point to their retail location, and I'm going to be dropping off a bunch of kicks to put on consignment, and that way I can start the process through them, clear some space, because obviously you can see I'm pretty much running out of room. So I have my shoes in the containers from the Container Store, but then every closet that I have is pretty much filled with shoes. Now, a lot of these shoes were in the closet. I started taking them out so I could start to process them. Again, like I said, I'm going to be going to Urban Necessities, so I need to have access to the shoes and have them in their boxes, etc., so that I can list them for sale. That closet there does have shoes, although I'm not going to bother to open it. And just to get the full tour in, why not? Let's take a look at the rest of the shoes. So this is kind of the tip of the iceberg, as I call it. I mean, the Nike basketball room or the basketball room, whatever you want to consider it here. This is where I have a lot of pairs. So like I said, I'm not getting rid of everything unless somebody wants to seriously cash me out. And if so, you can take the containers with you, for God's sake. And I have all the original boxes, so you can take those too if you like. But basically, I am trying to trim down. I don't have a number in mind. All right. So there's not a number in mind where I'm like, oh, I want to get down to X. No, I want to get rid of what we would consider the clutter pairs. Pairs that are just kind of sitting in the closet, taking up space, and I don't wear or think to wear because it's just not in the rotation. All right, so that's my thought process. Shout out to Rejuvenator. Make sure you get some Rejuvenator products. You can use my code Morley, get 10% off. All right, a little shameless plug there. That's where we're at. That's the mindset. That's the plan. That's the goal. All right, now it's about implementation. So again, organization is key. I talked about my spreadsheet. I talked about Urban Necessities and me utilizing them as a partner to help sell my sneakers and use their platform to extend my reach. All right, so there we have it. That's the intro. It's not going to be done in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. So I don't expect to just get rid of everything in one fell swoop. But I do think by listing it through Urban, I can get rid of them faster. And not only that, while they're for sale, I get to get back some of my space. So it's kind of a win-win on all fronts. Hopefully they sell quick. I did send a pair of turtle doves there as kind of like my test run. And from a beta standpoint, I thought it went well. I got the price that I wanted. It sold relatively quick. Much quicker than if I would have sold it. Much quicker if I would have sold it on StockX, because that price that I sold it for still hasn't reached that. Okay, so I think that the value is there, and who knows? You know, JC may just say, "Hey, screw it, I'll just buy them all," and at that point, that's a win-win across the board. So stay tuned, y'all. More to come. What I will say is I had a kick-ass collection video that I had recorded with One-Legged Lister. As you know, or may not know, the videos got lost, so that will never come about. And some of those pairs will probably never make the screen. But I think I'll feel better if once everything is cleaned up, we do a collection video and you can kind of see what remains. It would have been nice to just have all of the pairs. This was 2 years ago, so obviously the collection has grown since then, but it would have been nice to have all of the pairs on video. I think it would have been cathartic. It would have been very therapeutic and rewarding just to see like all those years of collecting on video. And I think I would have got rid of some pairs a long time ago had that video had actually surfaced. But you know, nonetheless, like I said, I think I'm just at that point. So I'm gonna run with it, strike while the iron's hot, and hopefully, you know, this is a positive experience. And yeah, I mean, any questions, comments, drop them below. Make sure you follow. Like I said, I'm going to be doing piece by piece, kind of like a mini series, documentary type style instead of just one long video. And yeah, we're going to have some fun with it. Stay tuned, lock in, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's Molly Moore, and I'm out. Peace.